What profession is there which has not its principles? That the robber in his recklessness comes to the conclusion that there are valuable deposits in an apartment shows his sageness. That he is the first to enter it shows his bravery. That he is the last to quit it shows his righteousness. That he knows whether the robbery may be attempted or not shows his wisdom. That he makes an equal division of the plunder shows his benevolence. Without these 5 qualities, no one in the world has ever attained to become a great robber. When sages are born, great robbers arise.
My name is Dalton Russell. Pay strict attention to what I say because I choose my words carefully and I never repeat myself. I've told you my name. That's the who. The where could most readily be described as a prison cell. But there's a vast difference between being stuck in a tiny cell and being in prison. The what is easy. Recently I planned and set in motion events to execute the perfect bank robbery. That's also the when. As for the why, beyond the obvious financial motivation, it's exceedingly simple. Because I can.
Here is one who steals a hook for his girdle. He is put to death for it. Here is another who steals a state. He becomes its prince.
Washington, the Marine Band plays Hail to the Chief for George W. Bush, 43rd President of the United States. But in Florida, some are singing Hail to the Thief.
If the hook and line were destroyed, the compass and square thrown away, and the fingers of men smashed, all men would begin to possess and employ their natural skill. The greatest art is like stupidity.
My painting is direct. I usually paint on the floor. I enjoy working on a large canvas. I feel more at home, more at ease in a big area. Having the canvas on the floor, I feel nearer, more a part of the painting. This way I can walk around it, work from all 4 sides, and be in the painting. similar to the Indian sand painters of the West. Sometimes I use a brush, but often prefer using a stick. Sometimes I pour the paint straight out of the can. I like to use a dripping fluid paint. I also use sand, broken glass, pebbles, string. A method of painting is the natural growth out of a need. I want to express my feelings rather than illustrate them. Technique is just a means of arriving at a statement. When I am painting, I have a general notion as to what I am about. I can control the flow of the paint. There is no accident, just as there is no beginning and no end. Sometimes I lose a painting, but I have no fear of changes, of destroying the image. Because a painting has a life of its own, I try to let it live.
If the rules of the sages were entirely set aside in the world, a beginning might be made of reasoning with the people.
Those were simpler times, I think. I just feel like we may be going back to that, by the way. But in a way, good, because when I read things like the foundations of capitalism are shattering, I'm like, maybe we need that. Maybe we need some time where we're walking around with a donkey with pots clanging on the sides.
You think that would just bring us back to reality?
Yeah, because everything is amazing right now, and nobody's happy.
Thus it is that all men know to seek for the knowledge that they have not attained to, and do not know to seek for that which they already have in themselves.
Let vision blur not your deservings. Pile stones and unearth ancient learnings. See self as the ghost of your servings. If you're serving the Father, there's no son without mother. Parent bodies discover water bodies and drown. Wade me in the water till Atlantis is found. On the sea floors of self I'm starfish and unbound. Heard the name of that mound is Stone Mountain. Underwater volcanoes erupt water fountains of youth. Less its carnal equation cancel out wind and truth. Swirl me beyond sometimes, drench me waterproof. Let eaves drop forever, rain sunsets on my roof. As I sit on the front porch of my sanity, deciphering ham bones to Van Gogh this vanity. Oiled egos canvassed and framed to be reborn, unborn, unburied, unnamed. A reflection through a blood-stained glass window of souls gone yellow round the edges. Carbonated dreams and blurred deli lives, but let family bring focus. Out of swamps blossom lotus, the muddy water blue daughters of infinity. Grantry water-bodied bodhisattvas our serenity, as we rise with the tides towards divinity. And she will be raised by wolves, just below the Masonry-Dixon line, where eagles noose the misuse of Osiris's sacred papyruses in their claws clenched, so that the vultures of our memories may feast upon the remedies of ancient laws lynched, and flock to the treetops of the forethoughts we have forgotten. Yes, silence will be begotten of the wind. The silver eyes of the darkness are her friends. They sometimes plant forever in their dens, on the mountainsides of sometimes now and then, in between the rise and set of you and I. May blue visions know the depths of liquid skies, and some ask me if she cries in the night, when it's the substance of her tears that drench the days with light. Shit, you better hope she do, cause they're women with fur coats and painted faces, dancing on the peripheries of perfection. They eat Chinese apples that stain their teeth, Radic and cackle cosmos out of chaos at a moment's notice. The children on the train, selling chocolate with the mothers in the background, fundraising their dreams from the dead. And the authors of boredom, correspondence, catharsis, and change the leaves of my needs are in dread. I need fruit and vegetables, for only living things can feed the span of wings, and thus she was born to charter my flight into the blues of night. I am the darkness that precedes the light, a pupil of the sea's reflective sight. Notebook in hand, I footnote land and write. Plot dot 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 and dot my eyes as bright, and cast my lot amongst the children and the night.
I want to put every butterfly in the garden. I would make sure they meet new friends. Hey, there's a butterfly! Because if you have more friends, you will love more people. To drink water and be healthy. Power to the planet.
The quiet and unexciting method of non-action is put away, and pleasure taken in ideas garrulously expressed. It is this garrulity of speech which puts the world in disorder.